In this video, I will be talking about Israel, Matthew 7:15, wolves in sheep's clothes, and how it relates to catfishing, and Project Monarch, though I will not be talking about Kathy O'Brien, though she does speak on important subjects such as international pedophile rings, drug barons, and Satanists, as well as mind control. So, first things first. In my House Jew versus Field Jew video, which got 2 thumbs down, which is not surprising, I speak on a quote from Israel's defense minister, Minister of Defense, Eliyahu Michael Eli Ben Dahan, an Israel rabbi and politician. He says, "A Jew always has a much higher soul than a Gentile, even if he is a homosexual." It's funny how there's dispensationalism, which has a lot of Christians believing in Zionism and that Israel has God's chosen people, whether or not they're real Jews or not, that doesn't matter, right? As long as they have money and power and they donate generously to your cause. So Matthew 7:15, New International Version. All the versions pretty much say the same thing. "Watch out for false prophets. They come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ferocious wolves." Now, in the past videos, I've talked about the epidemic of homosexual catfishing and how numbers of gays who pretend to be women are estimated as high as 80% of all women on the internet. All people on the internet who claim to be women. Now, this is very important because around 1973, the records of MK Ultra, in fact, deliberately, they were destroyed by the order of the CIA director at the time, Richard Helms, in 1973. The same year, homosexuality would be removed as a mental disorder. And I think they finally got around to it in 1974. Think about this. Think about the relevance of this. Now, if you Google gays and MK Ultra, you won't get too much hard evidence of valid sources. You will get conspiracy theories, but it is all very much so part of what is going on. The main people who are doing this believe in the dual genders of the Baphomet. They believe the crescent moon stands for the female goddess. This possibly could be where Islam got the crescent moon and star. I don't believe that Muhammad was talking about this. I believe it comes from the Ottoman Empire, and when you have empires and secret societies, they kind of tend to go hand in hand, especially in my research. Now, so with Kathy O'Brien, she claimed individuals were from the United States, Canada, Mexico, and the Saudi Arabian government. Go figure. So you have the Islamic connections and secret societies in Saudi Arabia, but that's a video for another day. One thing we know about MK Ultra is this behavioral engineering of humans, mind control, operant conditioning, what have you. So a lot of people have claimed that there's dissociative identity disorder, split personalities, people taking on alters, and we see this in Hollywood. Okay, so the reason why I've put this all in the same video is it's absolutely connected to Israel and Palestine. There you have the West teaming up with Israel, playing a role, playing both sides, hard on Israel one day, next day he says, oh, he absolutely just, Obama saying he's absolutely devoted to the security of the state of Israel, and what have you. And just in the news yesterday, I saw clashes between police and protesters for some sort of a Jewish march, and I saw little kids throwing kicks at each other. Kick, 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 kick. It's funny, it's funny how much people will value hand-to-hand combat and martial arts, but they won't admit that I'm the top martial artist. Kind of funny, I guess it's kind of harmful for their cause to have the top martial artist as someone who's not controlled opposition, who genuinely wants to free Palestine and genuinely sees it the jihadist way. Now, I'm not sure whether or not Israel controls Hamas. I'm not quite sure how that fits together in the bigger puzzle. I do know actions speak louder than words. So what you have here is a lot of Satanists, and they're providing cover for their homosexual allies, especially since the Baphomet has a dual gender, and the Knights Templar were accused of sodomy, and I do believe there's a certain truth to this. I do believe there's certain truths to sodomy. I do believe there's certain, the sodomy being part of Knights Templar practices. I do believe there's certain truths to the worship of the Baphomet. And I know there's a lot of myth and mystery surrounding this. But one thing we can deduce and positively ascertain is that homosexuality is part of the elite's agenda. This also connects to epigenetics. I've covered that in other videos, how you can convince someone to be gay and start living a gay lifestyle, and as they participate in things a certain way, it can actually change their chemistry and their DNA. It can have physiological changes which result in their DNA being altered, and as they plant their seed, their children has a higher rates, is more likely to be homosexual. You'll have higher instances of homosexuality in society when you look at the macroscopic view of what is going on, the bigger picture. So Israel and Palestine is a microcosm of the entire world, where you have, ultimately, for the most part, Zionists, occult Jews siding with white people, especially white Christians, fake Christians, people who've infiltrated the Christian church. And so that's why they sort of play both sides. They play the atheist agnostic, and then they play the fake Christians who are infiltrated. Just the other day, you should probably Google this or do a YouTube search. I saw the Pope saying that the Lucifer is the morning star and that Jesus is his son. Not in those words, but he gives a kind of song, poetic reading, la 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 de Deum Deus, those little songs that they do in Christianity. And there was Lucifer, and it says, and you sent your only son. And this is what the Masons believe. They believe that Lucifer is interchangeable with Adonai, or Jehovah, or Yahweh, or God. It's part of the reason why I'm a Muslim, is because in Islam there is no mistake, there is no infiltration, there is no confusion. Sunni Islam is absolutely the truth. And so the last thing I want to cover before I play this clip, because I'm about to go over time, is that you need to stay true to your religion. And a lot of these beautiful women you see are selling out. They're selling out to this occult culture. And you're going to see a lot of Eastern Star, a lot of feminists teaming up with gays in order to catfish people. Though the gays will have the permission to use the woman's picture, and sometimes the woman might even meet the guy that they're catfishing just so the gay can then take over the phone conversation. You're going to see a lot of this stuff, okay? It probably won't be very well reported and covered, certainly not by the media. I've reached out to the media myself about gang stalking. They completely ignored my story. And we should all note that I also left comments on CBS's discussion page about the peril they put us all in because they ignored my story and never even gave me a phone call to get back to me about it. With that note, I will now play a clip from The Devil and Daniel Mouse, showing you what everyone should know and what many of us have seen in cartoons as children about how the devil reaches out to people. What they have done is they've subconsciously, they've subtly, and overtly as well, shown you what they're doing, the general gist of things. So when it happens, you basically have sold your soul. You knew what you were getting into on many levels. And I'll play the clip now. Thank you.
A star? How can you be a star without an audience? If I were a rock star, people would listen. Oh, I'd give anything to be a rock star. Anything.
Did you say anything?
Who are you?
My card, pretty lady.
Devil May Care Music Production. Beelzebub Present.
I like your style. Too bad you're not a singer.
Oh, but I am. I am a singer.
No fooling.
No, listen.
Fantastic. Different. What do you think, Wheeze?
Fabulous. Fabulous. Love it. Love it. You got it again, BL.
This is my associate, Wheeze Weasel.
I'm pleased to meet you.
My treat.
Can you really make me a star?
Can he? Is the Pope?
You've got everything that it takes. There's just one thing that might hold you back.
What?
If you don't want it badly enough.
Oh, but I do want it. Really, I want to be a star. Oh, please.
You talk me into it. Contract. Just our standard contract. Nothing fancy.
Fame, fortune, fans, gold records, concerts, world tours, your name in lights.
Hey, Sonny. You want to buy a nice guitar?
No, I want to sell one.
Oh, that's what I was afraid of.
Take your time. Read it all.
Oh, I give up. Can I trust you? Okay. I'll sign.
Right. And
Where's the ink?
we always use blood. It's more permanent.
Oh, I don't know. Can't we wait for Dan?
Oh, sure. I'll be back next year. Come on, Wheeze.
Next year? Oh, wait, stop, I'll sign. Don't do it hard.
It's signed. Wheeze, give this little lady your personal attention.
You got it, BL.
Jan? Where are you? I got some food.
Too late, kid. She signed with me.
Jan! That's you, baby!
What about a band? I know a drummer.
You gotta